Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the podcast for you guys listening. Today we're going to talk about how do annuities guarantee lifetime income in retirement. So this is a big question that people wonder about, like, how do I go about doing this? How do I, if I want an income guarantee, things like that. So we're going to dive in deeper to that. It's very important for people that are in retirement because we all really already have access to one of the most important annuities in the world, at least for Americans, and that's Social Security. And so that is like a lifetime income payment. Well, annuities can also provide a lifetime income payment as well if you need additional lifetime income on top of what your Social Security is, or maybe you also have a pension in addition to your Social Security, and maybe you need a little bit more guaranteed lifetime income in retirement. Well, that's where annuities they shine in doing that. Now let's talk about the ways that you can get a lifetime income through an annuity if you need any additional on top of your Social Security. There's three main ways that that's done, and they have some funny acronyms. SPIA would be the first one, SPIA. That stands for Single Premium Immediate Annuity. That means you give your money to an insurance company, and then for an immediate annuity, before a year has passed, they begin paying you that lifetime income. There's different ways you can structure that. You can have it structured where it's life only, and you could give your money and then the next day get hit by a bus and lose out on all of it. Or you can structure it like what most people would probably find more helpful would be to structure it in a way that at least the money that you put with the company is going to get paid out to your beneficiaries, so the big rich insurance company doesn't keep wealth from your family, your beneficiaries, people that you want to also pass some money on to. That would be a SPIA, Single Premium Immediate Annuity. Then there's another acronym called DIA, Deferred Income Annuity, and that's very much like a SPIA. It's where you give your money to an insurance company. They're going to guarantee you an income stream that will start sometime after a year has passed. So you defer getting that income at least beyond 1 year. That would be a DIA. And so you can set this up to what year you want it to pay out, that kind of stuff. And then the other way that insurance companies using annuities will guarantee lifetime income would be through income riders. And income riders are typically a rider, which is like something that's attached onto another type of account. So it could be through a fixed index annuity that you tack on an income rider that then guarantees a lifetime income stream, or it could be through a variable annuity as well. That would be another way that you could attach an income rider to guarantee a lifetime income stream. So let's just talk a little bit first about SPIAs. They're pretty basic. I mean, these are really simple. You purchase this, you write a check to an insurance company, and then they are on the hook to pay you an income stream for usually it's going to be like a lifetime income stream is what you're going after. These are typically used when you have Social Security income of this much that's coming in, but you have expenses that are this much. And now there is this gap in between that where you don't have enough income coming in for your expenses, and you have this option of, I have a lot of money in a 401k. Do I just want to pull money from that to fill that gap and then just hope and pray that I don't run out of money with it? Or use an income planning type of strategy where you invest it properly so that you know it's going to grow enough, or you expect it has projected expected growth of a certain amount so that it'll grow enough into the future so that it won't fully deplete. You can do it that option. But the other option is saying, like, that's too much. If you feel like that's too much risk, of saying, like, I don't want to run out of money, because if I run out of this money right here, then I can't fill that gap anymore. And so I'd rather just let an insurance company bear that risk. You can take a portion of that 401k or your IRA or your TSP or whatever it is, your employer sponsored plan, and you can use a portion of that to make an income stream for your life. And by putting it into a single premium immediate annuity, you're essentially saying, I want that income stream to start within a year. So you would probably use this if you are about to retire or you have retired and you want the income stream to start right away. Now, the other way with the DIA, the deferred income annuity, is the income starts after the first year of purchase. So you may be years away from your retirement, and you may say, I want to go ahead and get this money working for me. I want to put some of it working to build up the income guarantee that I'm going to get. So let's say I'm 55 years old and I want to retire at the age of 65. So I'm going to set aside some money today in a DIA, and I know that they've told me I've got a contractual guarantee that if I put X amount of dollars in this, that they will guarantee that I will get X amount of income at age 65. So I'm going to let this oven, this cake bake in the oven for 10 years from 55 to 65, and then it's going to pay me out an income stream. That's using a DIA. That's how people would normally use something like that. And again, these SPIAs and these DIAs, they can be structured in a way where if your income starts and the next day you get hit by a bus, so now your lifetime, if it's a lifetime income stream, the lifetime is over. They can be structured in a way where all that money that you wrote the check to gets paid out to your beneficiaries. Most people find that much more comforting to look at that way, like they're not just throwing the money away. So now the other way is the third way to get an income stream that annuities companies and insurance companies will guarantee lifetime income is through income riders. Now, these are either attached to a variable annuity or a fixed index annuity. So those contracts can be used as a delivery mechanism to deliver that lifetime income stream to a retiree. You add these on when you purchase the annuity. So if you get a variable annuity or a fixed index annuity, either one, doesn't matter. You choose at that point when you make that purchase whether or not you want the income rider added to that. I would encourage you that if you are putting an income rider onto any type of an annuity, like a variable annuity or a fixed index annuity, make sure you're doing that because you actually plan on using it, right? The income guarantee, because they usually will have a fee attached to them. There are some that don't have a fee attached, but most of them are going to have a fee somewhere in the range of 0.9% to like 1.2, 1.5, somewhere in that range. Usually like 1% is a pretty common fee that gets added to it. So if you are buying a variable annuity and you attach an income rider to that, but you never use the income rider, it's like buying a sports car with a big, strong engine, but you never get to drive it fast. And you paid a lot of money for it, but you didn't really get any benefit for it. Or buying a convertible and never putting the top down. Like, why'd you pay for it if you're not going to use that? And a lot of times I have seen variable annuities that people have purchased in the past that will have these fees coming out of them for an income rider. And the person has no intention of ever using the income rider. They're just kind of paying for the fee. And a lot of times it can be presented as something, especially with variable annuities, it can be presented as something like, well, hey, we can put this on here as a benefit. So even if the value of your account goes down, because variable annuities, they can fluctuate in value as the market goes up, as the market goes down. Even if it goes down, you can at least turn on the income stream and everything will be okay because you'll have these guarantees in place. It's not really, in my opinion, the best way to approach things. If you're going to have an income rider put onto an annuity, variable or fixed index, do it as part of a plan that says, like, I'm 58 years old today, and I know I'm going to retire at 67 when I reach my full Social Security retirement age. And I want to have not only that Social Security income, but I want some additional money on top of that that'll last the rest of my life and the rest of my spouse's life. So a joint payout for life. And that's why we're getting this annuity, right? That's to me the much better way that's going to help you out more if you're thinking about income guarantees and putting them on an annuity. The income riders, oftentimes they'll offer more flexibility on when your income begins than like a DIA or a SPIA. So you might say, in that example, again, I'm 58 and I want to retire at age 67. And if I get this annuity with an income rider on it, they are contractually guaranteeing and saying that they will pay me X amount of dollars at age 67. And so you're 58, and then you start getting closer to 67, but lo and behold, you get laid off at 65 and you need to retire at 65. The income riders, they give you that flexibility where you can take that income at 65. It'll be a lower amount than what it would have been if you had delayed until 67, just like your Social Security would be. But they do give you that flexibility where you can do that. So that's another benefit of them. Now, let's talk about some of the key action steps for you as you're thinking about your retirement plan. First of all, is determine if you want an income guarantee or not. You may be perfectly fine with having an income guarantee from Social Security, and that's enough. And let's say that's your income from Social Security and your expenses are way down here, and you're actually having a surplus of cash every month. You're probably not going to need an additional income guarantee from an annuity. Or you may be where your expenses are up here, your income from Social Security is down here, but you may be the type of person that's perfectly comfortable. There's nothing wrong with this of saying, I'm going to just use a balanced investment portfolio and I'm going to pull withdrawals from it for the rest of my retirement. I'm going to make sure it's diversified. I'm going to make sure it's invested properly so that it'll grow enough in the future so it replenishes what I'm taking out of it to a certain extent, at least, and that I don't have a high chance of running out of money in retirement, or at least working with an advisor that can run those numbers for you in a retirement income plan. You may be comfortable with that, right? But if you want some of those guarantees, then, first thing to determine is, do you want those additional income guarantees in your retirement portfolio? And also determine, when do you want it to start? So there can be some income riders, for instance, that with one product that'll pay the most if you start 10 years later, and they may not pay as much as another company who pays better if you start 5 years later or something like that. So if you can determine what you want the money to do and when you want it to do it, then that can guide you, especially if you're working with somebody who can look at all the different options out there and run quotes for you, can help you to determine, which plan is going to be the best one for you, which annuity is going to give you the best guarantee for the highest amount of money, income payout guarantee. Because the higher income guarantee that you can get means you're doing more with that same dollar amount. So you put X amount lump sum in, the higher you can get it to of being an income guarantee for that lump sum that you put in, the more efficient your money is and the less of it takes to get that guarantee. And that's always a good deal. So to do that, it's highly encouraged that you get quotes to show which option gives you the best contractual guarantee. And of course, when you're doing this, it's always a good idea to talk to an expert who can help you determine if you need an annuity. And if you do need one with the additional income guarantees, make sure that it makes sense in your retirement plan. Make sure that that's the best way that's going to make you feel the most comfortable for your retirement if you need it to begin with, and what's the best way to do that, and the best. And when it gets to that point, and the whole getting quotes and all that, it comes down to getting the best product that's going to fit your needs. That becomes really important. And as always, if you need any additional help with your retirement planning, feel free, head on over to my website, retirementplanningmadeeasy.com, and you can download a free copy of our essential step-by-step retirement guide. Just pop in your name and email, and I will get that immediately sent out to you to help you out with planning for your retirement. And for this topic of what we're talking about today with annuities, income guarantees, especially with income, thinking of that, there's actually a sheet on there where you can fill in and use as a template to help you determine the income you're going to have in retirement and the expenses, so that you can know if you're going to have that gap in coverage and if income guarantees make sense. But that's all I've got for today. I'll see you guys on the next video, on the next podcast for my podcast listeners. Thanks for listening.